Welcome to the first episode of Novi Reads. On this channel, I'll be reading Reddit stories. For this video, we'll be reading stories from Am I the Asshole? Let's get right into it. Our first story will be from user DryDirt1426. Am I the asshole for calling my husband silly for freaking out that our teenage son has a girlfriend who's in a wheelchair? My husband, James, 37M, and I, 39F, have a son, Lucas, 13M, who is a freshman in high school. After the Christmas break, a new girl, Yuki, 14F, was in his class. I've heard Lucas and his friends talk about how Yuki is the prettiest girl in the school. By their talk, I didn't know she was in a wheelchair, just that she's from another country. It's super cool and super pretty. After Lucas mentioned he started dating Yuki, I found out she was in a wheelchair when I picked my son up from school. Lucas told his dad and showed what Yuki looked like by showing him her Facebook. My husband seemed okay with it. But later, with just me, my husband James expressed concern that our son was dating a girl in a wheelchair, talking about how our son doesn't know what he's getting himself into and blah blah blah. I called my husband silly and he got mad at me. Am I the asshole? Then we have a comment from user Unlikely Branches. My daughter has a significant disability and striking facial differences. When parents tell me they had no idea because their kid only talked about how cool and nice she was, it's pretty heartwarming and a strong indicator the friends are kind, good people. Your son is one of those kind, good people. Be proud. Challenge your husband's perspective on this. OP then replies, "Thank you for telling us. I'm happy to read that. I hope you and your daughter are happy too." Then we have another reply from Shy Fidelity. Not the asshole. Unless he can articulate why he's concerned beyond general anxiety about disability, yeah, that's silly. OP then replies, the concern he expressed is mostly about her disability. And then there was a reply by Alien Overlord to the OP's reply. Your son looks straight through the disability and only sees her. Your husband could learn something from that. Me personally, I do have some experience working with some people that do have disabilities. I used to be friends with somebody in high school that was in a wheelchair, and let me tell you, those are some of the nicest people you'll ever meet. Our next story is from Impossible Carib 1746. Am I the asshole for only doing the bare minimum when I got roped into the babysitting? My sister, 38, invited me over for a family meal. Our parents were there too. After dinner, my mom and I helped clean up while my dad and brother-in-law watched my nieces and nephews. Afterwards, my parents left. Then my sister and brother-in-law asked me if I could watch the kids for an hour while they went for a quick errand. I agreed. They got very dressed up for errands, but I didn't ask. They've done this before. I didn't usually have anything going on, so I don't really mind. Today I was clear that I had plans and 1 hour was my limit. My sister agreed to 1 hour. After an hour, I called and she didn't answer. Half an hour later, I texted my friends and said I couldn't make it. Then I proceeded to keep the kids alive. I felt I owed her that as family. Did I put them to sleep? No. Did I make them a snack rather than let them use my stove? Yes. Did I keep the little one from drawing on the walls while his older brother played Fortnite and the middle kid watched Stranger Things with me? Nope. I kept them alive. My sister got home a little after 1 a.m. Jesus Christ. Wait, what? Did they ever say what time? I don't see anywhere what time that they actually left, so I'm gonna go ahead and assume that it's probably been a few hours. Nephew was still playing Fortnite. Middle kid and I were still binging Stranger Things. Little one was passed out on their bed. I got up and left. I've been hearing about it for a few days and about how irresponsible I am. That 12 is too young for such a scary show. That my nephew has limited screen time. That they still haven't gotten the drawings off the walls. My parents are getting involved as well. I really don't care. I was told 1 hour. I agreed to 1 hour. I feel I did a great job for 1 hour. Not really my problem after that. So 4 people think I'm being an asshole. 3 kids had a great night, and I think they won't try it again. It looks like the general consensus is not the asshole, and I'm probably gonna have to agree with that because, like, you can't just leave somebody with your kids for hours on end when you have only said 1 hour. If the plans that they had was like jury duty, for example, obviously it wouldn't have been jury duty because that was probably way too late in the day for that. But if it was something genuinely important that OP could not miss, that would have seriously messed up his day. Our next story is from Cowashamed1215. Am I the asshole for lying and refunding his ticket? So I bought some tickets to see a comedy show, and I was having a hard time getting someone to come with me. As a last resort, I asked one of my guy friends. We've never been romantic and I have no interest in him. I just didn't want to go to the show alone. He told me that he could squeeze me into his schedule. When I asked what his plans were that day, he said he was going to go hang out with another girl that night, and that was the extent of his plans. To be honest, I was grossed out. People can do as they please, but I had a feeling he'd only have one thing on his mind during the show. Not only that, but it was on my dime. I bought the tickets in advance, and I didn't ask him to pay, but I thought he would at least offer. Tickets aren't cheap these days. So I texted him a few hours before that I wasn't feeling well. He said he was disappointed and yada yada. If I really wasn't feeling well, why was he disappointed rather concerned? In reality, I refunded his ticket and went by myself. I had a great time. Am I the asshole for lying to him and canceling his ticket? And that's where I'm probably going to end off today's video. Let me know if you liked this format of content. I actually surprisingly had fun making it. So I will probably upload on this channel a lot more. If you want to see more content from me, let me know. Just do the liking, subscribing. I'm not sure when the next one is gonna be out, but yeah, I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all later. Peace. I didn't ask him to pay, but I thought, Cat, why are you meowing over there?